Guys, today we're going to talk about 5 of the most embarrassing moments I've had as a Special Forces guy. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Jay. I'm a retired Special Forces operator out of 3rd Special Forces Group. The intent behind this channel, guys, is to share my knowledge and wisdom with the next generation. Guys, today I wanted to do something different. I wanted to get on here and share some of my embarrassing moments with you guys, some of my failures, mainly because I want to show you guys that I'm no different than any one of you guys. If I can do this, you guys can also. I'm human, so are you. We both get dressed the same way. If I can do this, so can you. With all that said, guys, let's get into embarrassing moment number 5, which is getting divorced. So I know for a lot of guys in the Special Forces Regiment, getting a divorce is not a big deal. But for me, it was embarrassing mainly because I was the first one in my family to get one. And nobody wants to be the first one. My parents have been married for forever. All of my siblings are married. And here I am, the first one getting a divorce after I had siblings that told me not to get married in the first place. Number 4 is failing a course that I was sent to after I spent years begging my team sergeant to send me to that course. That particular course is approximately 4 months long. There's a lot of writing involved. There's a lot of picking up dudes involved, if you know what I mean, for all the SF guys out there. I literally made it to the last 2 weeks of that course and I got dropped. I've never been so pissed off / embarrassed in my life, mainly because I had worked so hard to get to that point just to get dropped before the last exercise. It took me approximately a year to get over that failure, guys. Not only was it a failure on my part, but I was very embarrassed going back to my team and facing my team sergeant after I had begged them to send me to that course. Moving on to embarrassing moment number 3, guys, was when I had a negligent discharge on the range. Now, for the Special Forces operators out there, or even those that aren't in special operations, having your pistol go off, whether it's a ND or a AD, it's still very bad. And when this happened, I was a senior non-commissioned officer. I was a E8. It was my team. I was the top enlisted dude. So here I am. I'm supposed to be the standard. I'm supposed to be the one reinforcing and creating and holding the standards. And I had a mishap on the range. And now all my guys are looking at me like, holy shit, like, we can't really say anything because he is in charge. And I had to, look at my guys and admit that I fucked up and had to take the necessary steps to correct the situation. Moving on to number 2, guys, is getting recycled while I was going through the qualification course. I don't know what it is, man, but something about going through the Q course with a group of dudes, all right? And you guys are literally in the trenches together. You're sucking together and you're expected to just move along with those group of dudes. You've built a bond and you find out that you fail something or due to circumstances that's out of your control, you're getting recycled. Like, it was the biggest kick in the balls that I had to go tell my dudes, like, hey, man, I love hanging out with you guys and I want to keep moving forward with you guys, but I have to get pulled out of training to go handle, this admin situation over here. So yeah, for me, getting recycled was definitely an embarrassing moment in my career, guys. Coming in at number 1 of the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me was when I got arrested at the gate. Now, mind you, I am a first sergeant for a Special Forces company. I am standard holder, standard barrier, like I'm reinforcing all these rules. And one morning I'm going through the gate. I had my pistol in the car like most SF guys do. And MPs select my vehicle to search. Now, I try to wiggle my way out of it. I told them, hey, I don't have my ID card in the car. Can you just turn me around? I was in uniform, so that shit was not happening. So they pull me out the car. They start going through it. Next thing you know, this little PFC, gets on the radio and he calls to the MP station and he calls for backup. I'm thinking to myself like, oh, fuck, here we go. Next thing I know, 3 or 4 cars rolled up and they pulled me off to the side, and they had found my pistol. They took the pistol, they drove away, and they told the PFC to roll me up. Now, the PFC, he was just doing his job, so I did everything that I could to not make it harder for that dude, because you could tell he was nervous. He didn't really want to put me in handcuffs. He's, you know, calling me by my rank at every turn. And before he even said it, you know, I put my hands behind my back. I turned around. I was like, hey, man, it is what it is. I know you're doing your job. Go ahead and do what you need to do. Put me in the back of the car, drove to the MP station. All right. As soon as I got there, I called my sergeant major. I told him I got rolled up at the gate for having my pistol. He came down there, got me out, but needless to say, I was the laughingstock of the battalion there for a while. But yeah, guys, the intent behind sharing these embarrassing moments with you is to show you guys that, hey, I'm just a person just like you. If I can do this incredible thing as far as being a Special Forces guy, you can also. I hope this motivates and inspires you. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have any embarrassing moments that you want to share with the group, leave it in the comment section below, guys. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one.